Why are homeless people so destructive? I've noticed it time and time again. Well, I think they take on the attitude like that's the last time that'll ever look that way. And I think that goes along with humanity in general because there are so many cases where people can honestly, they can look at their lives and certain moments and say, that's the last time that anybody will do what I did. You'll see it with the progression of technology. You'll you'll see it just with crime, like killers and stuff. You know, that's I'm the last person who'll ever see that person alive. Um, and the reason I'm bringing it up is because once again, there's more destruction at this park, and it's like I listened to the guy talk to another homeless guy because I was eating some breakfast in the park. And he said, we got to get the fuck out of Seaside. It's like they push themselves to, there are push-pull factors involved. And I feel it sometimes. It's like, sometimes it's hard for me to move. I need to get like pushed. And I'll get like cops that'll cattle prod me to move or something to change up my habits. And that may be what a lot of people do in a self-inflicting type of way too. Wow, this kind of echoes. And they'll destroy something and really push the limits of the law. And it'll be a thrill for them. They'll be like, oh, I could have gotten caught doing this type of thing. I gotta get out of here. It's a thrill. There's a thrill with being the last person to have committed something that nobody else did. Like, you listen. I've listened to a lot of people. There's this homeless Romeo guy on the internet. He sleeps out on the sidewalks and stuff, and he beds with women a few times a night. And he's like, I'm the only person that does this. He wouldn't wish it on anybody either. It's his lifestyle. It's his way of living, and that's the be all end all of his type of lifestyle. Or if you look at somebody rich, like a politician, like Charlie Wilson's War, that he made comments on YouTube. No one else will ever be able to do this. He's the only one who's been able to do this type of thing. These amazing choices and being able to really gather resources to fund this war and stuff. He was the only one who's been able to do that, and he went to his grave knowing that. And a lot of people, it's in a small scale and in large scale. Like destroying beer bottles at the park. They got to get out of there now because somebody could discover it, and if they're around that area, then they could get in trouble. They could be the ones getting the fingers pointed at them. So they got to get out of Seaside to avoid that. It's not like they're using any other kind of motivation, like, oh, I got to go see mom. No, we got to destroy this place we're at. And then, that's, before we get caught, we got to get out of here type of thing. It's a rush for people. It's a rush for killers. It's a rush for corporate executives. People who don't have a conscience. What are they called? Psychotic or something? Whatever. There's psychiatric terms that could be thrown in here. But it's like they're the last to see the park, with the grass all neatly trimmed and stuff. Now it's destroyed. We can't go back there. It's progress, right? And it's not just on the poor people levels. It's in the rich people's levels. They'll destroy things. I kind of do it. I like to throw trash up on the internet. I don't even pay attention to a lot of the stuff anymore. I can't organize it, but it's kind of satisfying for me to throw things up on the internet and then forget about them. It's kind of like trashing the internet, leaving trash on the internet. It's my poor way of getting through it. But I mean, just corporate executives, it's like, oh, no one will make this $1 million doing what I did, getting so many people drunk and high, selling drugs or whatever, destroying people's lives in some way, making other people have to clean up. There's another situation that I found interesting. It's like up in Forks, Washington, there were those people in the 1930s who were driven out because they trashed the place. Part of the reason could have been because they wanted to be pushed out. They trashed it on purpose. They wanted a reason to leave, and that could have been it. You know, as part of the push-pull factors. You know, people fall into those habits. When you see things starting to get trashed, those are people who want to leave the area, I think. They want to get pushed out. They want to push the law. They want to get in trouble. It's like a call for help when they're trashing things like that. They're asking for discipline or to be just attacked, to be pushed out, whatever. It's just a kind of boredom type of thing, I think, and yeah, they need help. I mean, it's a call for help to me.